Stop the War and CND brought over 2 million people to the streets of London to protest against the Iraq War. It was the biggest protest in British history. We marched because we knew what was coming. We knew the lies then, and we were proven right. Over 1 million Iraqis paid the price for those lies. Over 1 million lives were lost because of a war dressed up in the language of liberation and security. And not a single politician was ever held to account for those lives. So when we stand here today with the same government hearing the exact same rhetoric and the same lies about liberation, about security, we know what happens. We know this exact playbook and we know how it ends. They told us Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. They were lying. They told us the Iraqi people would be liberated. They were lying. Instead, what followed was generations of devastation and grief that has never healed. And now they stand to tell us that the war against Iran is about freedom and security and about protecting the innocent. A few days ago, mass graves were dug up for the 165 children that were killed in their classrooms in Minab. 165 children went to school and never came back. Those 165 children are the answer to every claim of liberation being made from Washington and Tel Aviv. But let us be honest about how we got here. The attack on Iran did not begin on day one of this escalation. It began 2 years ago when the world watched Gaza being reduced to rubble, when hospitals were bombed, when journalists were killed, and when entire family lines were erased completely. And time again, this government chose silence and complicity. It signed off arms deals, abstained from ceasefire votes, and looked the other way. That sent a message. It told Washington and Tel Aviv that international law was optional, that some lives could be taken without consequences. And when you allow that impunity to take root, you can hardly act surprised when it spreads. We are tired of being asked to grieve in installments, to grieve for Iraq, to grieve for Gaza, and now to grieve for Iran, as if these are separate tragedies with no connection and no common perpetrators. They are not separate. They are the same chapters of the one story. And this story is about power and who is permitted to exercise it without accountability and who pays the price when they do. We are here today because we refuse to accept what they are trying to normalize. We are here because we believe that the lives of Iranian civilians matter as much as anyone around the world. We are here because the 165 children killed in Minab deserve to be mourned just as loudly as any other child in the world. And we are here because we learned from Gaza that silence is never neutral. Those sitting in Downing Street or in the embassy across the road cannot claim to stand for international law while spending the last 2 years trying to dismantle it. You cannot claim to speak about protecting civilians while the consequences of your complicity are written in the rubble of Gaza and the classrooms of Minab. 165 children went to school last week and never came home. The absolute least we owe them is to never make peace with this, to never normalize this. From Iran to Palestine, bombing children